Hello everyone, and welcome to our Algo Cloud live session. I'm Cornel Mazur from the Algo Cloud team. Thanks for spending your evening with us. A special hello to Michal Zaremba from Algo Hub. Tonight, we'll learn about seasonal trading strategies and how to turn raw market data into an automated seasonality-based systems. Over the next hour, you will see how to spot seasonal trends and build a full strategy step by step in StrategyQuant and Algo Cloud. Then, we'll show you how to run it on stocks and ETFs and explain when it works well and when obviously not. Feel free to ask questions in the chat or share our thoughts as we go. We'll save time at the end of the Q&A and answer all the questions. So you are welcome and ask, and we are ready to answer. The session is streaming for you, and we are doing it for you. So enjoy the time. And Michael is big expert in this topic. So I believe that you can gather a lot of knowledge and move your trading forward. I'm also looking forward to what Michael prepared for us. So now I will hand the mic over to Michael, and we can start the research phase. Michael, hello again, and it's yours.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Cornel, for introduction. Mike to Michael. Okay, let's start this way. The topic is amazing, in my opinion. We have a lot of topics to cover in the big topic, seasonality and automation of seasonal strategies. Then let's start together. Feel free to ask inside the chat because we would like to have an interactive session today. And about my agenda, while I'm talking about seasonality, few words about my background and seasonal experience here. I will show you many examples of seasonality patterns, and we will discuss the topics, why they are working and are they working exactly, and how to develop seasonal strategy and automate the trades in few clicks using Algo Cloud. And we will build together a seasonal portfolio and discuss the topics of building the seasonal portfolio of seasonal strategies. There are a few challenges here, and I would like to discuss the challenges also because we are traders. We are serious about trading, and not only the bright part is important, but also the any problems during the way. And the great information is that we have few seasonal bonuses for you today. Then be patient because we have amazing session and amazing bonuses also. Then let's start to show what is my background. I started trading in 2017 from investing and swing trading. In 2018, I discovered StrategyQuant and started my automation experiment. It was my passion from the beginning. I know that after many years, I can say that I discovered my passion, life passion, in 2017, and it is so till today. Then in 2020, I decided to go full time. To skip my business activities, other business activities, and I started after many courses. I did institutional course and started day trading futures. In 2021, for 1 year, I traded in trading room with very experienced traders, and we traded stocks. And in 2021, I had the automated portfolio on futures. And I was invited in 2023, I was invited as one of the first users to beta version of Algo Cloud to test the beta version and to trade the beta version. And I have pleasure to say that I was the first user who started trading Algo Cloud with live money. Then I know a lot about this platform also. And in 2024, because I was fully automated, I decided to share some of my strategies, my concepts by my website, algohub.com, and I share strategy on this website. And in 2025, I decided to help Algo Cloud and StrategyQuant team in their business development activities, and to help users also with my experience. And what is important about seasonality trading, that during this time, I think we started about 2021, because we are trading together with my wife, in a team, and I was focused on many other styles, but my wife was focused on seasonality trading, and we have a lot of experience together. We gather a lot of experience during this journey, let's say, about seasonality trading. But of course, I have a disclaimer here. I am not a financial advisor. Please notice it. This is nothing here is financial advice. And please read the full disclaimer. I publishing it on algohub.com. Okay, where we are in the process of strategy development, and we can start from the pure, let's say, journey you can use with Algo Cloud. We discover strategies by a few options, let's say. It could be a market observation. If you are an experienced trader, you can observe many patterns on the market, and you can automate the patterns you're using Algo Cloud, or backtest the patterns before. You can use a shared concept, for example, reading white papers published in the let's say space, or some videos. You can take this concept and test it by yourself. And today we will talk about data research part, and the part I love in my trading, because this is pure quant approach. We are taking some data and making some educated guesses, let's say, so about the concepts on top of this data. But of course, there are other possibilities. You can use ready to use strategy, buy the strategy, or take from someone. And you can use also AI research. It will be next session about AI research is also very interesting, I believe. And of course, inside Algo Cloud, today we can ability to create and backtest using no code for everyone, and we will use and build the strategy, the seasonal strategies from scratch today using this engine. Algo Cloud has amazing features like stock universe backtesting, but we will use the single asset mode today for seasonal strategies. And we can do basic robustness check by, for example, changing the parameters or changing the data sometimes. And what is the most powerful feature of Algo Cloud, that we can deploy the strategy in few clicks in our live or demo account before, of course, we need to connect our broker. And this is very powerful because it is closing our loop, that we can monitor such strategy and adjust in our trading using these amazing features we have inside the platform. This is the basic approach, and we will move today also to the most advanced approach using StrategyQuant. But let's start from the basics. And where we are in terms of the strategy types, there are many, as you know, many types of trading and types of strategies. And we are during another excellent approaches. The seasonal approach is a great one of the great approaches in our journey. And what is seasonality? The seasonality is when the market prices or returns show repeatable patterns at certain times of the year. And this is for me seasonality, because some of you can hear that, for example, weekly pattern is also the seasonal pattern, or the monthly pattern is also seasonal pattern. It is the same kind, but for me, pure seasonality is based on the annual period. And if I'm talking about weekly patterns, daily patterns, or monthly patterns, I'm talking about some biases, additional biases. And I hope we will discuss this topic on also in the some of next session, because it is also very interesting, and I have strategies based on that. But today we will focus on seasonality and pure seasonality patterns. It means annual perspective here. And I can start to show you my website, of course, why not? algohub.com, because I'm publishing here many strategies, and you can filter also the seasonal strategies here and see some examples of strategies I published with some explanation, let's say so. And let's take maybe one strategy, Christmas rally, Christmas ahead. Then we can talk about Christmas rally today. And we can start with the best tool, in my opinion, for searching seasonality. It is SeasonX. SeasonX is a great focused tool for discover seasonal patterns. And I can tell you that for my journey, for many trading activities, it was one of the best tools I met on my way. And I can share with you how to use SeasonX shortly and how to discover the patterns. And the next steps, it will be how to automate the patterns we find in few simple steps. First of all, we can search for many thousands of instruments using SeasonX, and I search for Coca-Cola to show you how the seasonality is working in this case. And we can show us the time we are now in the calendar, and we can use the trend function here. It is very useful to find the trends, the patterns without trending, and to show more clear on the screen what's going on here. And we can clearly see here that Coca-Cola, for example, this stock has some patterns, for example, here in this period, and we can examine this pattern in different time periods. For example, this is 62 years of history of Coca-Cola stock, and we can clearly see that this stock has some extra pattern in this period in last over 60 years of history. And I confirmed it, for example, here, that if you buy on October 17th and sell one day before Christmas, you got this equity chart. And if you buy on Christmas and sell in February, you will get this equity chart in your strategy. And this is something reflected inside the data here. We will focus maybe on the last 25 years now. And we can clearly see amazing patterns. They are shown here. The second pattern on Coca-Cola is the summer rally. And we can spot, for example, here from March to April, there is amazing, very short pattern on Coca-Cola stocks. And we can see that the winning percent of this pattern is 88%. This is the equity chart. And we can see what is the average return per such trade we can see here. And if we are about Coca-Cola, I can show you one more Coca-Cola stock. It is the Hokkaido Coca-Cola. It is unfortunately not the US stock, but the Japanese stock. But the pattern you can spot here on Coca-Cola stock is so amazing that it is one of the best patterns I found in seasonality. Then it is a first winner for you, because the next summer or the next spring, you can trade this Coca-Cola stock. Of course, you need to have a broker. Interactive broker will allow you to buy this stock. I'm buying this stock since few years, every year, and all winners. I can tell you, you can spot the pattern in the results here. And last year's it was 20%, 30% in this pattern. And this is amazing about seasonality. Of course, we don't have many years usually, because it is 20 years, 15 years sometimes. I love patterns confirmed by 20 years history or more, but definitely it is worth to consider seasonality because of such patterns. SeasonX has excellent screener, and we can, for example, screen for the patterns for S&P 500. But maybe before that, let's type SPY, and let's check S&P 500. If you consider, for example, starting trading just now and buying SPY ETF, for example, or start trading your stock strategies, please be aware, because these 2 months, August and September, if we detrend this, of course, this is the weakest part of the year. And maybe sell in May and go away. This is something strange, because if you sell in May and go away, you will miss this amazing run between May and July. It is usually the best, in my experience. This is very good. In last 15 years, very good period for stock market, as you can spot in the winning percent and average return. But definitely, if I can say something, that it is sell in August and go back in October. This is the pattern. We can see average return in last 15 years is minus 2% almost. In last 25 years, it is also negative. But the winning percent is about 50-50. It means that we can, of course, have winning years here, and nothing is written in stone, let's say so. This is seasonality. This is a wind. We can take the wind and go with the wind, or we can go again the wind. This is your choice. But if you know the seasonality patterns, then your approach to the market, your timing could be totally different than the users. They don't know these patterns, these powerful patterns inside the market. And you can search here for all available instruments in the trading area. You can search for futures. Let's check, for example, gold future, GC or gold. No clear patterns in 25 years, but you can spot here in last 15 years that maybe the next month will be not bad, but also not very good in last years. US dollar, very weak. US dollar or dollar. You can spot that the rest of the year, it could be some change in trend in dollar because of the seasonality and nature of this currency. Then currencies, futures, and ETFs, of course, and stocks. This is the world of SeasonX possibilities. And we can go now to the screener tab and search for some patterns that are beginning just today, maybe, or today or tomorrow. Let's take US indices and S&P 500, and let's take something that is having 75% win rate or more. And we can spot here that there are not many patterns in next month because of the general pattern S&P 500 index. This is very poor period for seasonal patterns. The next, let's say, 2 months, but we can spot some seasonal patterns for long side. Of course, we can short some stocks during this period, but shorting is a bit difficult. Then be curious about this topic. But let's check, for example, TK Maxx. TK Maxx, the pattern was started here, and we can go and check from here to here. We can spot, for example, amazing patterns in 25 years, almost 90% of winning trades here. And from here to here, we can spot also over 80% of winning trades. And this is something maybe we can program. If we like to trade TK Maxx, TJX, we can use Algo Cloud to automate such pattern and to trade the pattern automatically. And this is the topic of our session. Then let's start using Algo Cloud. This is my one of my Algo Cloud accounts, and we are going to Algo Creator, and we will create the new single asset strategy from scratch, like always. And let's check what the pattern is showing us. We need to start in few days, in August 5th, let's say, this stock. Okay, the first condition is the month. Okay, before adding condition, we need to decide when to enter the market and when to exit, enter the trade and exit the trade. And in this kind of approach, I can highly recommend to use on-bar close entry and on-bar close exit. This is why, because on-bar close, we have the lowest spread in the whole day. I published the research about this topic on my website, algohub.com. You will spot the all research about trading costs and about spread also during the day. And that's why we can use on-bar close and on-bar close also for exit the trade, because we will get lower costs. And we will add the first condition. And bar month, the current month is August. The current, it means on bar close, and we can use shift 0 here. And this is the first condition. And the second condition is a day, bar day of month, and also today bar day of month. And we can switch to August. And we'll see we need to enter the market on August 5th. Then let's say we need to enter the market above 4th. And everything needed to develop the strategy we have here in SeasonX, because we can see here that it is 29 days. On average, 29 trading days is the length of the pattern. Then we can use exit after 29 bars. And that's it. We need to pick the ticker. And we can test this pattern, for example, on last 20 years. Okay. We can add the commission. In this case, it will be 0.11%. We can pick money management. I like this kind of tests because we need to create the portfolio from these strategies. I like to test it on 5,000 size, $5,000. And Algo Cloud will do the test for us. And we can spot that the winning percentage is 85%. Here we have the open drawdown, the list of trades, all details about the test, of course, inside Algo Cloud. We can see open drawdown and use open drawdown in money because we used fixed amount for our test. And this is it. This is the ready-to-use strategy. If we like to deploy this strategy live, we need to save it to my strategies. For example, let's say it is the August, September. From August to September, we can save it, and we can start live trading. Using this button, for example, we can start live trading. Algo Cloud check the symbol. It is available. It is available in my broker. I will check my other demo account for this pattern. We are trading on bar close and exiting on bar close also, and we'll use fixed amount. And the next final check, and we can start this strategy. And the strategy is successfully deployed. I deployed the strategy before, then we can spot 2 times it is deployed 2 times, and we can see that this strategy will be traded starting from August 5th and will be automatically closed. The trade will be automatically closed regarding to our conditions in September. One more information here. If you go to Algo editor, if we have such situation that we are starting on August 4th and we would like to exit the trade after, let's say, 15 days, I don't recommend it. In my experience, the longer patterns are better. The patterns for 1 or 2 or 3 months are much better than patterns for, let's say, 15 days. If you like fast trading, then go to reversal strategies. They are very powerful. They can based also on seasonal filter, but we will talk about this topic soon. But if you like to change it, for example, for 15 days, and we are exiting after 15 days, let's spot the number of trades. I need to run full backtest, and we have 40 days now. 40 days, it is not good because our Algo have a gap here because we are entering on 4th, and we are exiting after 15 bars and entering the same month again. This is something we can spot here, for example. We entered on 5th, we exited 26th, and the next trade is open here. Then we need to add some extra condition, and we can clone the last condition to be easier. Clone duplicate, of course, and we add it will be lower than, let's say, 15th. And we spot here that such extra condition save us for taking the same trades in the same month and closing the trades too early, not as we would like to get. Then exit after 25, or it was 29 days. 29 days. This was the original strategy. Okay, that's it. That's it for so simple approach. The simple approach is to check the patterns, to look at the patterns using screener or using your own research, and to automate the patterns in few clicks, because we can use, for example, if we use the next pattern, let's check, for example, Motorola. It is also pattern in the next month, and we can easily spot the pattern and maybe use the same rules for Motorola also, or similar rules. And let's check Motorola. MSI, okay, 2005, okay, and let's start from the first date, and we can switch it to, for example, is greater or equal. Okay, this is the same security check that we will not open the next trade the same month, and we would like to go out maybe here. Let's check the pattern in 15 years, in 10 years, in 5 years, and very long time, 63 years. Yes, the pattern seems to be nice, and we can see that 24 days is the pattern duration, let's say so. Let's backtest it on Motorola, and we have 75% win rate here. But of course, the strategy should be okay if you switch, for example, from 1 to 3. The backtest should be also no bad. If you switch here to 20, for example, this is the stability of this pattern. If you switch to 30, this is the basic robustness check for every strategy. Let's check it, and let's use your original value, but be aware of strategies that if you change 1 or 2 or 3 days in your strategy, they will disappear. This is not good. Everything here should be stable and robust, at least for a few days up and few days down. In general, the seasonal patterns, in my opinion, are not robust, because the robust strategies in my portfolio have about 100,000 trades in history, and we can have robustness check in our reversal strategies on the whole stock universes when we can backtest in such big number of trades. But seasonality patterns are different, and if you will see the seasonality on your chart, if you will observe during the years how the seasonality patterns behave, then you will spot that there is something magic behind these patterns. Because let's go maybe to the Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, where is the Coca-Cola? Okay, I don't like Coca-Cola available here. What is the? Let me go back to the Coca-Cola here. Hokkaido. Okay, understand. Hokkaido Coca-Cola. Yeah, this is the stock. And for example, Coca-Cola Hokkaido, it was the pattern from February to June 24th, February 17th, and you can spot how the pattern is behaving here. The vertical line It's April. Sorry, it's April. Okay, we could start in February also. February, it was maybe here, let's say it was here, and the pattern finished on 25th of June. And we can spot here that 25th of June, it was here. That few days after, the stocks gap down. And this is something you can spot on the screen, on the charts, if you carefully use the seasonality patterns and see the seasonality patterns, that many times just after the pattern is finished, the stock is gapping down or is going down heavily. That it is something to spot only if you use such patterns and to see the details about seasonality and spot by yourself. And I can highly recommend to use such approach in discovering patterns. Then we know the discovery part. Discovery, it could be the SeasonX, and I will show you in a while how you can discover these patterns using StrategyQuant also. But SeasonX is my recommendation for everybody who would like to start with seasonality patterns and to trade seasonal patterns. It is my must-have for me, tool for me. And okay, let's go back. Let's go back to the presentation because I have more to cover. We use the screener. And of course, if you are here, you can go to live trading, and after the fact, after deploying the strategies, after going them live, you can see the equity chart and monitor your strategies, of course, using Algo Cloud capabilities here to go by chart, by trade, or by time. Okay, then let's move to the presentation. Go back to the presentation because I have something additional here. We will switch to StrategyQuant. Sorry for that. I have too much screens. Okay, StrategyQuant inside the process, let's say so. And what we have inside StrategyQuant. There is some additional options. If you use a StrategyQuant, we can use auto-generated strategies, and we can use also AI research for such analysis. We can create and backtest, of course, as the same way as in Algo Cloud, but we can also optimize the strategies, and we will use now the optimization option to discover seasonal patterns inside StrategyQuant. And we can also make the robustness check, more advanced robustness check. And the next very important part for strategy creation and for seasonal strategies is the portfolio part. And we will go to the portfolio creation also today. Then deployment and monitoring is the part of Algo Cloud. Do you have any questions until now? Cornel, could you tell there are some questions, because we are leaving the easy part, let's say so, and we are moving to more advanced part. And I would like to be sure that all questions are answered now.
Michael, thank you. Thank you for the presentation until now. And I see no question in chat. So I would like to encourage anyone to share his experience or questions because now is perfect time to ask. And if there will be no questions, then I think we can continue, because I'm eager to see what you've prepared for us in the following moments. So, yeah, no questions so far, just greetings from many places and many people today. I'm very, very glad for this.
Okay, then if there will be some questions, that feel free to stop me and ask the question, because I don't like to have such, let's say, talking head only, but I would like to see some interactions here. Okay,
I will.
Please help me. Please help me here.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Let's go to the StrategyQuant part, because this is more advanced topic. But we will cover this topic, and it is also very interesting. I saved the strategy we created, and this is the TK Max strategy. We can backtest it. And what can we do in StrategyQuant with such strategy? We can use this strategy to discover seasonal patterns using StrategyQuant, because we are quant traders. StrategyQuant is amazing software package to such kind of tasks, and we can do it in many ways, in few ways, let's say so. But I will show you the easiest one, in my opinion. If we have such strategy created in Algo Cloud or created in StrategyQuant editor, and we have saved this strategy, we can go to Optimizer, and let's do it together from scratch. Let's say I went to Optimizer. We need to be sure that we are loading to Optimizer this strategy. Okay, this is it. And we need to pick Algo Cloud single asset mode. We need to pick the symbol we would like to use for searching for the strategy, of course. And we can use, for example, Crocs as another pattern. We can spot the pattern in SeasonX soon. And I will use this SeasonX, this TK Max strategy as a strategy to optimize. And in full settings, I pick the strategy, I'll pick the simple optimization, and more important part is that I will pick the own settings part. And let's do it together from scratch. We have nothing here, and we can see what's going on. If you see the strategy in Algo Wizard, you can spot that we have only 3 parameters here. The one is the month, and this is August, but we would like to check any new stock or new ETF for if there is some pattern starting in August, June, or another month. The second parameter is day, and the third parameter is exit after. And let's do it together, and let's check these parameters here. The first one is from this strategy is the third day. This is the day of month, and we can, of course, start from first and finish our 31, step 1 here. Okay, this is our first parameter. We will check all possible optimizations here. Okay, then other parameters we have here. Long bar month is, and today our bar month is August, and we will switch here and search from 1 to 12, step 1. This is not for us, we don't need it. And the last one is in exit conditions, and we have exit after bars here. Exit after bars as default now is 22, but we will check from 1 to Yeah, this is the important part, because to not go to the pitfall here and no generate many strategies at the same month, we need to take in optimizer, take not from one, but from, let's say, 25 or 30 as a minimum. We like to have at least 30 days patterns. Okay, and the stop, it will be, let's say, 120, and step one. And that's all. We have almost 40,000 options here. We need to go to the data. Okay, we can add commissions, percentage based, 0.1%. Trading options. This is very important part for settings. You need to pick from strategy, or on bar close in this case. Up to you, but not the default settings here. From strategy and here one. This is the required setting. Money management, we will use fixed amount, $5,000. And ranking, this is also important. We can add some rankings here, but I don't like it. I like only to test all almost 40,000 options, but I will pick only 10 strategies, 10 parameters, 10 best strategies in terms of return to drawdown ratio. Then I think that's all, and we can start the optimization. Let's check how long it will take. Estimated time is 1 minute.
Michael,
now 30 seconds.
Here.
Yes.
First, for the seasonal strategy question, you first go to demo, but since this only happens once a year, for how much time you test it?
For how much time I tested the strategy. I'm testing the strategies, the seasonal strategies, and require the strategies of 20 years history. Sometimes 15 years is enough for me, but 20 years or longer is the required time in my case, because we don't have many data points here. We have only 20 data points in history to spot the seasonality, but this is something related to seasonal approach. And at the beginning, I was afraid that seasonal is not working because the number of data points is unacceptable in other strategies. And for me, it is not acceptable in any other strategy types. I need at least few hundred trades in my strategies to confirm that the strategy is working in some way. And ideally, I have in reversal strategies, I have 10,000, 20,000, 100,000 trades to confirm the pattern. But in seasonal, I can recommend you to see in your eyes, because seasonality is amazing in this way that you can, for example, spot. Let's switch to maybe to this one. Let's take the SPY.
You go directly to the live account, or you test it, let's say, 1 year?
As I started trading seasonality, I started with very low account. And my confidence in seasonal trading grew during the years. And then I started trading on serious accounts during my journey, of course. But from the beginning, the most important part is to be confident that your way of developing strategies, I'm showing you the way I'm developing the seasonal strategies, the way you are develop the strategy is working in cases what I mean, it is working, the exit is working okay, entry is working okay in the technical way. This is the crucial part. And if you are sure that for example, so programmed entry is working okay and so programmed exit is working okay also, if you are sure that the strategy is working, you can create many such strategies, and you can automate them and then go to the next level. At the next level is the portfolio and testing the portfolio of strategies. And this is the part we'll go to this part today also. Then this is more advanced topic, but from start I can recommend to build some strategy for next days, let's say, or next weeks, and check if the strategy in Algo Cloud opened the trade okay, if the close was okay, and if the same way you will develop the other strategies, I don't check them on, let's say, daily basis. I don't wait the next year to trust that the strategies are working okay, because I know they are working okay, and that Algo Cloud is working okay. But you will need to check on one strategy, maybe, is everything working okay. This is the one part, and the second part is the trust of the seasonal patterns at all. And this is something you can develop inside your mind and by observations only in your account. And this is the way I can answer this.
Yeah, so simply you will start just on the small live account, and you will see how it goes, and maybe then you will launch it on the bigger size account, correct?
Please check on the demo account that the demo strategy, for example, opening trade the next day and closing after a few days, is working correct. If the strategy is working correct in Algo Cloud and you are sure that your template of strategy creation is working okay for you, of course, and that's it. And you can create it the same way using the same components, not mixing, not adding additional component. If you add some new component here, like for example RSI, you can add RSI to the strategy and trade only the patterns and together with some pullback. And I did it before, and I will show and tell you about my thoughts here. But from the beginning, if I add something to the strategy, I always check on my demo account that everything is working fine from technical point of view. But if I have the fixed strategy and I duplicate the strategy and change only, for example, some parameters in terms of month or day or number of bars to exit, then I don't check and don't wait for the next pattern. I just trade it because it is working fine in my experience.
Okay, thank you. Hopefully it was a complete answer. If you would like to get more info, maybe place another question. And another question, how I can contact with Michael? I think it was already answered, but if you can answer, Michael.
algohub.com. You can go to my website, algohub.com, and here you can find the contact page, and feel free to contact. No problem.
Yeah,
my answer.
There is one more question related to this. Is there any website or forum you can find builders? You can find builders for your bots. Yeah, it is the same answer. algohub.com.
Here, maybe the question was about builders, so we will share also a link at the end, and it's Algo Cloud. I will put it also in the forum. The software we are showing is algocloud.com, and the Algo Hub is the personal page of Michael, and it's full of knowledge. And the builder is Algo Cloud. I'll put it into the chat right now.
Yeah, of course. We will talk about Algo Cloud because we have some bonuses for you today. Great bonuses, in my opinion. But StrategyQuant was much faster than I answering the question, because it took only 48 seconds to answer the questions. Are there some patterns inside? And he tested almost 40,000 strategies. let's say, difficult possibilities here, and we have the best, and we can sort them by fitness function, for example, and we can spot here that in parameters he found, for example, that this strategy on Crocs, on something we don't spot it until now. The starting month is March, and we are exiting after 87 days. And the long number is the day we are entering. It was the March 18. Let's check it together using SeasonX. Crocs, March, it was, March 18 to and 87, 90 days about. March, okay, 90 days, 50 days it was, okay. Something like this, no, more, maybe something like this, 90 days, okay. It is not exact, but he spotted the same pattern like we talked about. And something I can add here for you from the practical point of view, that we need to see such outliers. For example, if we can see that there is one big year, it is changing something for our strategy, very positive or very negative. We can easily turn off this year, and it was 2009. And definitely I can recommend to switch off these outliers. 2007 also is an outlier, and we can see much clearer without these outliers how the pattern behaves. And maybe it is not so amazing because of these 2 years made something special inside the pattern. And of course, like always, I will see in shorter term in 5 years that this pattern is not working so beautiful. The win rate is pretty high. The average return is also 11% because Crocs is moving very fast and heavily. And please remember, we are working on the trended options here. The real market is here. If we switch off the trend function, we will get the reality of trading. But this is the trended version. I like it for pattern recognizing. Okay, let's go back. And we spotted it is very easy way, but not so easy like in SeasonX, of course. You can build your robot, and of course I can take this robot. I can see this robot, this picked robot here in the Algo Wizard. I can move this robot to Algo Cloud, and I can start trading also. And this is another way for developing seasonal strategies inside StrategyQuant. Okay, can we move forward, or do you have some questions here?
There are no questions in the chat, okay. So I think you can continue.
Okay, great. Then we can go to the portfolio part, because it was the easy part, let's say, of seasonality trading. The easy part, as you can see, the strategies are extremely simple, and you can of course add some extra condition, like for example RSI 2 of today must be below, let's say, below 20. What does it mean for you? It doesn't mean that we will skip some trades. We'll not take all the trades without this condition. But theoretically, we will get better results. But in my experience, and I tested it on 2 portfolios. I added some extra conditions to the strategies and ran the run portfolio, one automatic portfolio, and took another portfolio without pure seasonal patterns. And in my experience, the pure seasonality is working the best in terms of seasonality strategies, because I will show you that seasonality could be traded in different ways. It is my experience only. It is my experience from 1 year only, but I spotted that pure seasonality was working for me better. It means more money for me than the like extended way. Extended portfolio. And one of the difficulties is the portfolio part, but the StrategyQuant is giving us amazing possibilities here about the portfolio creation. Because let's imagine we have portfolio of few strategies here. This is 6 strategies. We can take 20, 50, up to you. You can develop such strategies using SeasonX or the way I showed you today. And you can trade the strategies together. And the tricky part and the question is how to combine the strategies together to get the better portfolio and to put your money to work in right time. And this is not so easy topic, but it is doable. And I will show you how I'm doing this work. You can, of course, and this is amazing feature of StrategyQuant. You can backtest all these 6, 50, 100, up to you strategies at once. You can, of course, backtest them one by one. For example, take this Crocs. It was Crocs. I remember. Yes, this is Crocs. I need to rename it to Crocs. This is Crocs, and I can backtest it and save it to a file, then upload and create the portfolio. And I can do it in retester. I can do it in optimizer or in another place inside StrategyQuant. But the only place I can retest such strategies together is the custom project. And you can create your own project in few clicks. And this is the way is called automatic retest. This is this option. This is the step. You need to add 1 or more steps for automatic retest. And if you add this step to your workflow, you will spot these options here, that the trading engine could be taken from strategy. This way, you can mix the strategy from a MetaTrader and TradeStation, for example, and Algo Cloud engine. The symbol could be taken from strategy, and this is the crucial part, because we have, for example, here 50 strategies, 50 different strategies, different symbols. And we don't like to do it one by one. We would like to backtest the strategy using this option from strategy. We can use, for example, time frame from strategy, but the starting date and ending and finish date of the backtest we can set up individually. And we can add other parameters like commission from strategy or define it here in details as we like. The same story here. We can use default trading options from strategy. It means from strategy, or defined something special here. We can use money management from the strategy, or we can backtest the trades here and used, for example, fixed amount for stock picker, not 5,000 but 1,000 here, and backtest them in 1,000. Okay. This is the settings you need to carefully check before running the test. Okay, I will switch it off because I made it before, and I will delete this task. And this task, I created 3 tasks in my workflow. all of them are taking the strategies from the results, and they are testing all strategies from results and putting in 3 catalogs, 3 data banks, so-called in StrategyQuant, 15-year backtest, 10-year backtest, and 1-year backtest. And let's check it together. Yeah. He tested 5, I don't know why. It is sometimes that you need to reload the strategies in results in this data bank. I don't know what is the reason that sometimes he is not testing all of them, and you can repeat the process, but we need to check with StrategyQuant developers what is the issue here, because it is a very useful and powerful tool. Okay, we have backtested the strategies, and this is the 15-year period. And of course, we can see the CPRT, for example, and here we can see another tickers backtested in the strategy. This is the 10-year backtest and 1-year backtest. Only the 1 year, as we set up in this step. Okay, and if we have, let's say, 50 strategy backtested, we can create the portfolio. And this is a very easy step because we can just mark off all of the strategies and click portfolio and click merge strategies. This is no ideal solution because I would like to discuss with StrategyQuant team to add here the option of picking the capital for this compilation, let's say so. For now, we can use the initial capital of the first strategy or sum, and I don't like it for seasonal. But I'm because I would like to see only and pick only, for example, $100,000 for this portfolio. But let's pick initial capital. It is enough. Okay, I created the portfolio, but I not spotted where. Okay, I will create it again, or to results. I would like to create it to portfolio, YouTube. This is the portfolio, 15 years backtest. We are saving this to the portfolio, and we have 2 portfolios now. And this is the portfolio part, and this is where the magic is happening. We need to use open drawdown here. Something is not correct in my opinion. Okay, this is the portfolio part. You can play with it. I switched off the volume. It is not necessary here. And we can see the drawdown of the portfolio. We can see all details. But this is the whole portfolio of trades. And to say, is it portfolio okay or not for you, the necessary part, it is unfortunately not available inside. If you are working with 50 strategies, 100 strategies, you would like to trade with such bigger portfolio, not one by one, not only 5 strategies for current season. If you like to trade 5 strategies for current season, don't worry, you can skip this stage of checking, for example, exposure. What is exposure of the portfolio? But if you are trading the whole year portfolio, if you are building something professional and trade with serious money here, the necessary step, in my experience, is to check what is the exposure of the strategy, of the portfolio of strategies. And you can do it in a very simple way using our tool we developed especially for these purposes. And to do so, we need to export the trades from the portfolio. Okay, let's take the portfolio. I think this is the same, or maybe a bit different because we have different number of trades. Okay, let's check this one, and we will export. to be okay with the tool we developed, I can show you now. This is the exposure master tool. We will judge the exposure in details using this tool. We need to export the trade list of StrategyQuant. And to do so, we need to add one extra column with the result name. It means the strategy name. We need the strategy name here. And to add an extra column, you need to go here, clone this view, and add extra column called result name. This is it. This is only the difference between the default view and the export view, this column. And if you have it, you need to do export CSV, and this is the trade list. I have also I have trade list, but it is updated now. And I can go here to the tool. This is the Power BI Analytics. Power BI is a free Microsoft and very powerful analytics tool. You can download it from Power BI, and you can check on my website algohub.com how to download this analytics for free. We have it as a bonus for you. And using it, you can refresh data. You can follow the steps to connect it to the data. Okay, we refreshed it, and we can check the analytics now in details. What is exposure? Let's say this is the tab we can spot. We can spot in detail exposure tickers. It means that some of the patterns are, for example, this one is from October 10th to November 20. This pattern and this C, this one, is from October 5th to December 13. This one is from October 5th to December 20.
Sorry, Michael. Are you sharing the Power BI right now?
Okay, sorry. It's my fault.
Okay, if you can
three screens.
explain it again.
I have three screens and my fault. Okay,
Okay,
I will
thank you.
explain. Okay, again, this is the Exposure Master Power BI Analytics. And you can download the analytics and download for free Power BI engine, let's say so, and use this analytics file. And starting from the Exposure Master, we can see exposure for maybe 3 years here. And we can take only few stocks and compare them together. For example, this few patterns, 5 patterns, and we can spot, for example, that United Health is starting in October 1 and is finishing in November. This Zebra is starting in October 10th and is finishing on November 20. And this Traveler is starting on October 1st and it is finishing on December 20, and so on. I marked only few patterns here on the list from the same season to show you what is exposure. Every trade is not more than $5,000 because we mark it in our backtest. It means that Algo Cloud will take, and StrategyQuant before during the backtest, will take up to $5,000 the size. The size times close price means the daily exposure for every trade. And you can see here the daily exposure, never it can exceed the $5,000 because we don't like it. We like it until $5,000. But together, they are making over $20,000 in this period. But here we are having not so much problems. And this is it. This is the detailed view of few tickers and my explanation what exposure is. And if we'll go to exposure master general view at the same 3 years, we can see now what is the total exposure of all our portfolio. This is all our portfolio, all our tickers, all our strategies. And we can see that I picked 50 strategies. 50 strategies times $5,000 each. It means $250,000. But the real exposure, real maximum exposure, it is only in July, and it is $100,000, slightly over 100K. And the same situation we have in November, it is about $100,000. Then if you like to trade such portfolio, for example, with 10K, then you need to switch from $5,000 to $500 each trade. And you can trade this portfolio easily using this, let's say, tool to discover what is the real exposure. And this is the crucial part of portfolio creation. Hopefully, SQX will develop this tool inside StrategyQuant because it is very powerful. But we developed this outside. We can easily feed it with SQX data or Algo Cloud data. SQX, because we can do the same on single strategy, for example, because it is not only about the strategies, the seasonal strategies. You can use this tool in every strategy from SQX or Algo Cloud, or you can use it in the portfolio part, as you see. And going back to the portfolio, we can see, for example, here, that the portfolio looks really amazing, really amazing. We can add, I don't know why I cannot see open drawdown. Okay. Sorry for that. I need to see open drawdown, but because I'm used I tested the strategies using money management, fixed money management. I need to see fixed and open drawdown in dollars also. I cannot see it. Maybe I need to reload something.
Sure. I think you need to switch to the time.
No, something is stopped working because it was working normally, but sometimes something is not working. The software is still in development phase, the rolling development, let's say so. But the software is so amazing that I helping the team to resolve such problems. But in general, the open drawdown here is shown okay. In my experience, the open drawdown in portfolio here below the chart is shown okay.
Yeah, and maybe one more thing. What you can try, I can see that the portfolio only. If you would switch the portfolio, yeah, like that.
Okay. No, something stopped.
Okay,
stopped working.
But we have some questions.
Yes.
Have you ever tried adding market filters to better strategy?
Yeah, this is the problem of seasonal strategy. Of course, we had the last session was about market filters. The last session was about filters in general. And of course, you can add some extra filters without any problems. You can add to this strategy, not RSI. You can add to the strategy, for example, close 0 above 200 SMA. for the trend filter. This is not market filter. This is trend filter. This is trend filter, but we will get less trades, and you need to be to know it that we are cutting the number of trades. This is one. Of course, we can add market filters. Also, we can add second chart to the strategy. Let's say SPY. Okay, save, and we can switch now, and request to SPY must be above the 200-day moving average. Of course, and we can backtest it again, and we will spot another lower number of trades. This is not a problem for Algo Cloud. This is not a problem for you. You can do so, but there are other problems during the portfolio creation. And in my experience, the seasonality patterns are sometimes so powerful that they can fight with the common trend or the original trend. You can play with it. This is nothing here is written in stone. Then it's up to you. You can easily adapt the strategy to your needs to feel more comfortable about the trades. For me, the strategy portfolio is an additional part to another portfolios of strategies I'm using. Momentum strategies, I'm using reversal strategies, I'm using these portfolios to trade simultaneously. And for me, I like the pure seasonal patterns to trade this portfolio. And this is my approach after many experiments. But your approach could be definitely different here. Okay. I hope.
Is there? This is my personal question. Is there any minimum certain number of trades which you would like to see in the strategy?
Yeah, of course. The number of trades is the weakest part of also in these strategies, let's say so. And at least 15 trades for me. Then 50 periods for seasonal patterns. This is something at least I like to have 20 or more.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And there is actually there are two more. Does the trading software offer the ability to analyze or evaluate the following seasonal patterns, monthly patterns, day of the week, effectivity, intraday timing, commodity seasonality, macro, fundamental cycles?
Fundamental cycles not. I think all other yes.
Okay.
Then we can make the next session about biases, let's say so, and talk about intraday, intra-week, intra-month biases. You can also use SeasonX for this, and this is very useful. And you can of course use StrategyQuant also for this. But this is another topic. I would like to focus on, let's say, annual and pure seasonality today.
Okay. Thank you. And maybe one more question. Is it possible for the SQ or Algo Cloud team to negotiate with the SeasonX for our favorable subscription rate for the members? I think this is part of the this is right question.
Yes, we have the extra bonus part at the end of this session. Then be patient, please. But by the way, we are talking, and I helping the StrategyQuant team to talk with SeasonX about some extra services because I see huge potential here between these softwares. I talk about Algo Cloud and SeasonX to enable us as a traders and extra functions and extra filters, seasonality filters on top of other type of strategies. And this is something amazing. I will show you it in a while, But this is only the screen. I made a screenshot before our presentation when the open equity was working. And this is the screenshot. The red line here is the open equity. Okay, the exposure master. I hope it is clear now what is exposure and how important is it. Because if you have a lot of strategies, you need to decide, is there any option to enhance my strategy? And this portfolio I shared with you, and we have this portfolio also as a one of bonuses after the meeting. This is something special for you. But on average, this portfolio is trading only $50,000. I tested every of 50 strategies on $5,000, and this on average is using our capital only 50K. In the peaks, it is using 100K. Then we have space here to add some extra strategies in this blank period to make the strategy even better. And this is really amazing because the portfolio is already great. We can go back and see the results. Once again, sorry, custom projects. The results of this portfolio. Okay. Let's go to overview. We are trading 100K here. 100K because of we know the capital requirements because of using this exposure master tool. And trading this 100K, we achieved 32,000 in last year. In this year is over 20,000, is 20% up. A year before it was 36. Of course, this is something I will talk about in a minute, that we need to adjust the strategies inside the portfolio, not on, let's say, a monthly basis, but once a year, maybe once a year to search if the pattern is changing or not, because the pattern the seasonal patterns are changing, but the portfolio, I can tell you, is really amazing because we have over 80% win rate here, and the payout ratio, the average win versus average loss, is higher than 1, is actually over 2. It is really amazing. This is an edge, even if the edge will be lower in the future. It will be lower in the future, I can tell you. But the edge of the casino is only 5%. The casino is in roulette, for example, is 55% chance, and your chance as a player is 45%. And we have 80% win rate, and our average win is $700, and average loss is only $300 in this portfolio. And this is really amazing. The future will be not so bright like always, because the performance of these patterns is changing over the time. But we have a lot of space here to be profitable. And this is the main goal for every trading, to be profitable. Okay, then it was the portfolio part. Do you have any questions here?
There are no questions in the chat, so we can continue.
Okay, then the way of seasonal trading. This is something interesting because we discussed it and we spotted few ways also. This is the pure seasonality, and this is something I prefer. I personally prefer. At the moment, I trade pure seasonality, and I like this approach because of another drivers. Let's say so. I have many other strategies reversal strategies, breakout strategies, momentum strategies. They have other drivers, and I like the pure seasonality as a driver. And this is my approach, but this is not only the best approach. Maybe you will find a better approach. Please share if you do so. But pick the pattern and trust seasonality. This is something, the approach I have in my head during the years, but it is not something I got just like this. This is during the observation of the market and these patterns during last years, like let's say 5 years. I have this trust in seasonality. The other way is to use seasonality and technical in one strategy. And this was your question about the market filter. Yes, you can add the market filter, you can add RSI, you can add other components to the strategy and trade only these patterns. The tricky part is that it will filter some of the trades. You don't know the details, what will be the right exposure, let's say so. And if, for example, in your back test, it will show you so, and the next year will be so amazing that maybe you will open more trades than you like. This is something you need to consider in adding such technical components to the strategy. But there is another way to do the same work, but in let's say another way to do so. This is seasonal filter, and you can use the layer on top of other strategy, the layer of seasonal filters. And this is something amazing in my opinion, and hopefully it will work together with SeasonX in the future. We are talking about this. But to show you what I mean, I will show you the spreadsheet. Okay, let's switch to 75 and view to the full screen. I hope you can see it clearly. This is a spreadsheet we are working with based on the seasonal patterns. We created such spreadsheet for all S&P 500 tickers. This is the tickers database. Okay, let's leave it with some filter here. And we can see, for example, that JP Morgan has some seasonal patterns starting from October. And only in October, December for financials, this is something amazing part, amazing period. I think this is something amazing. We can check it together using SeasonX. Let's do so. Okay. JP Morgan. Yes, this is something here. Starting here in last 10 years, in last 25 years, it is even longer. Then we can go here. We can move the calendar, and here is January. For example, from here to here, we can spot the pattern. 76% win rate, and average return is over 10%. It is really nice pattern. And we have such patterns in our seasonality map for one reason, because we need these stickers. We need these stickers that have the seasonality patterns in some period. And for example, we can filter now. Let's pick maybe the patterns with some score. We are having the score. This score is very simple. One day with the pattern is the 1, is marked by 1. Beginning of the pattern is marked by 5. Is the bigger score. We like the beginnings. We don't like the endings of the patterns. Then here is the -5. This is the points, and all the points are summed together in some column here. And this is the season number 3, and I have all these tickers. Okay, I will copy them. Okay, I can copy them. Okay, I need to create maybe new spreadsheet. I can paste them here. And having such tickers, let's say it is the tickers for the next 2 weeks or next month, where the tickers have the patterns, seasonality patterns coming soon. We can trade these tickers inside Algo Cloud, and this is really powerful. I will show you this. This is something in Algo Cloud. This is something called stock groups. We can easily create the new stock group, but before placing, let's say this is the seasonality. I created one, or yes, I have one. Okay, I will remove this one, and let's create together from scratch. Add new. You need to pick the exchange, but pick always NISE. It is okay. And you need to put the stocks, but we need also to have a apple.d extension. And to do so inside, for example, inside some spreadsheet, we can use some formula and .d. That's it. Okay, we can copy it. We can go to Algo Cloud. We can paste it here, and we can start trading. We can start trading using this seasonality. And we have in the group right now, we have over 170 stocks. But the most powerful way is that this is the dynamic group. That we can, for example, every 2 weeks we can change the group, and today is 170, tomorrow could be 150 or 50. And if we have a strategy, let's go to the Algo Creator, a stock picker strategy. Okay, I will show you one of my strategies. Let's say this is some tester. Okay, let's say this one, open in editor. This is some example strategy, but this is a stock picker strategy, not single asset, but a stock picker strategy. And we have separate sessions about stock picker. It is very powerful concept here. But if I like to trade this technical strategy, I can run and start trading, and here I can pick not the S&P 500 stocks, but the seasonality as a main chart, let's say so, main group. And I can play and deploy the same strategy already exists. Okay, I cannot do so because I need to change the name here. But we can play and use this strategy with the seasonality layer. And this is really amazing and very powerful concept. And hopefully we will do the concept together with SeasonX. That ideally for me is to have SeasonX inside Algo Cloud and to trust the algorithms of picking seasonal patterns and to trade the patterns on top of my strategies. And this is really something I think will change and improve our trading in the future. Do you have some questions now?
Yes, there is one question. Did your portfolio, following what you normally do, had any big drawdown on the decrease of the market when Trump became president?
Yes, like every strategy, long strategy on stocks. In the meantime, yes, the strategy, my strategies has drawdowns, and you can spot the drawdowns during the backtest because we have live data from this period, and you can do the backtest and see yourself what are the drawdowns sizes. Then This is the answer. Trump wars was special, like every special event. 2018 was also another Trump wars was also special year, not so happy year, let's say so, but most of the strategies are recovering very fast, and this is important part. But you can spot how big is the drawdown, how will it affect your capital. I don't use, in general, I don't use margin. I'm trading my money. Of course, I can use margin from time to time, but I'm not using leverage in my trading on stocks and ETFs. But this is my approach. I don't like having drawdowns like 30%. I don't accept it. My accepted drawdown is maybe 17%, 15%, up to 20% maximum. But this is based on my capital, based on my experience, based on my approach. Everyone is different, and you need to consider your goals and your tolerances of drawdowns also.
Okay, thank you. So we can
Okay. Okay, then we can finish slowly, I think. Then, as you spotted, I really love seasonality. Because from the beginning I not trusted seasonality because of low number of trades, and it was my main obstacle here. How to trust something if I have strategies they are having hundreds, thousands, or hundreds of thousands of trades? How can I trust strategy if I have only 20 trades? This is nothing in statistics. But I spotted that the patterns, the annual patterns, are different than the standard, let's say, approach. And for me, it was discovery, because now I can see the SeasonX future prediction, let's say so, and many times, most of the time, I can see that market is behaving this way, and this is something amazing for me to see it in action. But you need to check by yourself. What are the challenges? Because there is a small but button. What are the challenges? Limited number of data points. This is the number of trades is significantly lower when we compare it to regular strategies. Sometimes the strategies are sensitive to changes in parameters. For example, we can change the strategy and change the number of years, and we will get another results. This is something strange at the beginning. I like patterns that have stable pattern in 25 years, 15 years, 5 years, and so on. And also, I like patterns that have the sensitivity, lower sensitivity. I can change 5 days before or after, or 10 days before or after, and nothing big happens to the strategy. If yes, please be very careful, because some patterns are short term. You need to know that edges are moving. In general, this is a general approach to the market, and in my general approach to any strategy, that edges, sometimes we can observe edges are working for last 40 years, and they are still working. But in my mind, they will stop working in some moment. This is not something it will happen in 1 year. This is something, sometimes it could, of course, but it is sometimes something it will go slower and slower and slower, and the edges are moving. We need to adjust. Sometimes we need to add something. Sometimes we need to change parameters. And in seasonality, you can spot in your eyes, because it is natural. We can do it together, for example. Sorry. Okay, I have my cursor here. Let's check this one. Amazing, by the way, amazing short pattern for the next month. GE Aerospace. 25 years, 60 years. No, nothing special, but if we the trend here. Okay, let's look at the chart. The chart, as I remember, GE. It is stock in the uptrend. Yes, this one. Yeah, this one. By the dip. The natural way, if we are looking at the chart, stock in a very strong uptrend now. And this is amazing time to go in. But if we are looking at seasonality, we can spot that this part, this last 15 years, and starting from today, the next month, is winning percentage is only 20%. Then I will definitely no go long in this stock in the next month or next days. I would like to wait for it, maybe go from here on another month to find. I can go short also, but this is a very strong stock, and shorting is something not so easy. Then I don't recommend shorting if you are a beginner trader. But going back to my presentation, edges are moving, and we can spot here that this edge will move in next years. But this is something you can spot on year by year, or every 2 or every 3 years. Because if we would like to short this stock, we can do it today, for example, and we can exit here, and everybody will do so. Then this edge will move in the calendar a bit, and this is why edges are moving, and they are moving not only in seasonal strategies but in general. Okay, there are some costs, but some costs because SeasonX is costs some money, Algo Cloud costs some money, StrategyQuant is a one investment. By the way, it was one of the best investment in my life, buying StrategyQuant in 7 years ago, but it was one off payment. But there are some subscriptions. But my approach is so. In trading business, you will have some costs. Like every business have some costs. And for me, no cost, no business. If you don't invest in right tools, you will have some problems during the way. Then for me, it is acceptable. If I like to trade seasonality, I need to pay for this and this and this. And this is my answer for the cost side. But if you have lack of automation, because seasonal strategies you can trade manually also. Another strategies like reversal strategies, they are, in my opinion, available only for algo trading if you like to have some diversification, because I'm opening sometimes 20, 30, 50 trades a day. This is not doable for any manual trading. But in seasonality, you can do so, but it is time consuming. And my way of doing it is by automation, and Algo Cloud is amazing. It is delivering automation in this field, and that's it. And the one more challenge is the portfolio management. As you can see, there are a few tools. If you have more than 5 strategies, 10 strategies, and you like to do it more professional way, you will need another approach. One is StrategyQuant to compile the strategies together, and see how the portfolio behaves. And the second tool you can get is the portfolio. This let's say I'm a bit tired. The exposure master tool. You can see the exposure, daily exposure inside portfolio. But in my opinion, seasonal portfolio can be really exceptional, and this is amazing adding to another portfolios I'm using. But it is up to you. If maybe you have your experience, let's share your experience, your stories here, and we can discuss maybe what is your experience about seasonal strategies. Because we will go to the bonuses part. Are there any other questions?
No, but there is one note. Excellent presentation, Michael.
Thank you. It is so hot here. Sorry for that. I must open the window because. Okay. My camera got focus. Okay. Then we can go to the bonus section, and then we can go back and answer final answer for your questions if they are bonuses. Okay. Cornel, thank you a lot, because this is your proposal to go back with the special offer, and this is something very important if you like to trade seasonal strategies, because in my opinion, Algo Cloud is not adjusted at the moment for pure seasonal trading because of the number of live trading. Sorry, max live strategies number. This is this number. Because we have 3 seasons in S&P 500. And if you like to be diversified, you need to have between 10 and 20 strategies per season, in my opinion. Then this is this part. Of course, you can split, and this is the recommended way. Let's take season 1. Let's say it will be 10 strategies. Season 2, it will be 10 strategies, and season 3, it will be 10 strategies. Then you can deploy using the Plan Pro, the standard Plan Pro. You can deploy these strategies in this plan, having 5 slots more for another type of strategies, reversal strategies, breakout, and so on. But in my opinion, it should be splitted to stock picker strategies and single asset strategies. And I suggested maybe it will be something new in the future plans to add some extra strategies to each plan in this section. But for now, we have amazing information, because it is not so easy, as you know. For now, we have the special offer ×2. It means that if you have, for example, Pro plan, you will get 30 strategies in this plan, then doubled number of strategies working in live trading. And this is something really great, because 30 strategies at the same time, it is very comfortable, in my opinion. Not this plan. I don't know why people are buying this one, because this is only 3 max live trading strategies. This is the recommended from my side. The recommended plan is this one, 15, and in this case, in next week, or how long it will be available, Cornel?
The offer is valid for 1 week, but after this, you can contact us also, and we can make some special deal with you. But this upcoming week, the offer is valid. Okay,
then 30 and Plan Pro is amazing choice, in my opinion, for every want you need in seasonal and another strategies to deploy. Okay, and the next question was about SeasonX. What about SeasonX and some discounts here? Because SeasonX is not cheap. It's not very expensive, but it is not cheap. also, but it is so powerful that I discussed with SeasonX to get some bonus for you today. Yes, and we have the bonus. The bonus is available on algohub.com in the bonuses section. You got bonuses for Algo Cloud, for StrategyQuant, and now you have the bonus for SeasonX. And this is, if you use this link, you will get 30-day free trial. Then you can use everything you want and try by yourself using SeasonX. And this is first step recommended. And after that, you can get 20% off for SeasonX plans. And this is really good because SeasonX is not giving such discounts. Even on Black Friday, it is not easy to get any discount from SeasonX. This is the way they are pricing their product, but we have 20% off. And we created a value pack for you. And what is in the value pack? If you will use the 20% off SeasonX offer, and you will write us at algohub.com, you will get from us 50 seasonal strategies. The portfolio I showed you today, it is included. You will get the S&P 500 seasonality map. The map I call the map. This is the spreadsheet. Okay, where is it? Okay, this is the spreadsheet I showed you before. And you will get also the Exposure Master tool. The Exposure Master is this tool with details how to move data, export data from StrategyQuant, and in one click upload them into Exposure Master and see what is the exposure. And we created this pack for you. And if you will buy the seasonality, the SeasonX for 1 year, then you will get this pack as an additional value. And what next? This is it. I think it is a lot.
Yeah, I think it was full of information. We are here almost 2 hours, but there is one more question.
And
what
maybe,
are your...
Yeah, I would interrupt you. I would like to interrupt you. Sorry for this, but to access this special offer, for Algo Cloud, which is this double portion offer, you need to click a link, which is available in the chat or in the description of the video. The link is algocloud.com special offer. /special offer. So
yeah,
I left the link in the video description, and it is also in the chat.
Yeah.
So you need to have Algo Cloud account, and using this link you'll get the special offer, just like this.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it was a long session.
Yeah, it was full of inspirational. But if I can ask you one more question, what are your risk management for seasonality strategies, and do you use multiple safety layers?
Yes. Okay. First of all, I don't use stop loss in my strategies. In general, in breakout strategies, I'm using stop loss and take profit, for example. But in reversal strategies, they are trading very fast. I use exit conditions, not the stop loss. The hard stop, let's say so. You can use very easily, of course, stop losses inside these strategies, and this is few clicks inside Algo Cloud to add stop loss to your strategy. This is your choice. I don't use stop losses in seasonal strategies, but I don't use the margin, as I said, and this is acceptable for me to take a drawdown if they appear, and they appear on a regular basis. Let's say drawdowns are part of the game. But you can, of course, set up, if you are using a separate Algo Cloud account for this kind of trading, you can set up a stop loss on the portfolio level, if you like. Then, for example, after 30% drawdown, Algo Cloud will close all the trades and wait for your instructions. This is the safety layer, additional safety layer if you use Algo Cloud. I don't know, it answered your question, but this is my way of doing so. My main safety space or safety rule is that I'm using portfolio. I'm using portfolio of stocks. I'm using portfolio of ETFs. I'm using short and long. I'm using ETFs. They are not connected to the stock market. And I'm spreading the risk between different assets. And this is my main safeguard here about the risk management, because I'm not related to the company-specific risk. For example, if the one stock I'm having now will drop 50% in one day because of something, but I'm most of the time I'm trading S&P 500 stock. This is not so often to have such large drops, but it can happen, of course. Then it will influence my overall portfolio maybe 0.5%. It is nothing for me. I can do the next 0.5% in the next day or two. This is not big deal for me. And the corporate risks, they are in stocks, definitely. I'm managing the risk because of splitting the risk in many assets, many stocks, many different strategies inside my portfolio. And this is my way of managing it.
Yeah, thank you. Radek just replied that he thanks to your answer. So I think this is it.
Then great. Thank you very much for today. And I hope we will have next session. Let's write maybe in Discord group, what do you like? I think that the next session could be about other biases, intra-month, intra-week biases. And we can discuss this topic also because it is also interesting, and let's do something interesting the next time.
Yeah, thank you guys
for sharing this great know-how. Thank you very much for the effort you put into presentation. And it was practical. I really appreciate it. It was like showing what's actually we are doing, not theory, but practice. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much then.
And thank you everyone for joining, obviously. Yeah, thank you. It was great to have you there. Thank you for all your questions. It was very interesting.
Yeah, okay. Almost all of you stayed online until the end. So I'm grateful for that. And leave us in the comment what you would like to see in the next coding session. And if you like this kind of type of content, we really appreciate your feedback. So thank you very much.
And your like button.
Yeah, hit that like button to get noticed, YouTube algorithm to recommend for everyone. So thank you very much.
Although, yeah, one more note: we are doing those sessions regularly. So in 2 weeks, at the same time, we'll have another session with another interesting topic, and we will inform you in advance via email and also via Algo Cloud Discord.
Okay. Thank you all. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.